Okay, today we're speaking with FICA President Sheikha Ganor and the editor of the Lotus magazine, Deepa Rao. Hi, Deepa. Hi, Sheikha.
Hi.
Hello.
Sheikha, let's start off. You're the new president of FICA. What exactly is FICA?
FICA is an Indian cultural organization, right? It was started in Cleveland, part of the Student Association in 1962. So it's really that old, actually. But it's an organization where the purpose is basically all Indians in Cleveland come together and celebrate cultural programs, be Indian as together, be one voice of India in the community, actually. So that's where FICA stands for. I mean, it's for the Indians, by the Indians, and to help all Indians in Cleveland.
Okay. And, Deepa, we were speaking, you're the editor of this publication, Lotus, which comes out monthly. And I was reading where it's got some real big history to it. What's the story with that?
Yeah, I think few Cleveland State University students, when they came here from India, they started this Lotus newsletter so that it gives like a connection between them. It is going to create a bonding with them. So they started with the Lotus newsletter in 1967. It's one of the oldest newsletters in Cleveland area.
That's amazing. Okay, so while we're speaking, Deepa, India is huge. Mm-hmm. The world's largest democracy, obviously, almost 1.5 billion people. So naturally, there's a lot of different languages, different faiths, different customs, all that. But there's 3 holidays, it seems, that everyone celebrates. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, the 3 national holidays is the first one is January 26th, the Republic Day. And then we have our Independence Day, which we celebrate August 15th. And also we celebrate the birth anniversary of Father of the Nation, Mahatma Gandhi, which we celebrate on October 2nd.
Okay, now Shekhar, as we're saying, it's so diverse in India. Well, there's something like 28 states and
28 states, yeah, 28 states, 122 languages.
So that, maybe people who are non-Indian or from certain regions of India, they may have heard Holi, Diwali, maybe Navratri or some others, but there's so many. Tell us how the different regions in India may celebrate some of these holidays, or even the big 3 of the differences there might be.
Right. So if you look into, and Deepa, please feel free to chime in anytime, actually. But if you look at all over the India, right, the India is divided specifically into, not divided, but basically if you look at the regions, geographic regions, I mean, there is the North India, there is the South India, we call it, right? There is the East India, actually, right? So those are like predominant 3 regions where you could see the differences in celebrations, in various celebrations, actually. But all of them do celebrate Diwali, right? Which is the Festival of Lights. The Republic Day is celebrated in a similar fashion across. But all these different regions, they have a lot of regional touch to it, actually. Let's say, right? And then the regional touch is what brings a uniqueness in the celebration when you are in Delhi, which is the capital of India, versus when you're in Calcutta, which is on the east side of India, right? So there are definitely local regional differences that do bring diversity to it. So for example, celebrating some regional functions in eastern part of India, some might be celebrating making a good food like with fish. Fish might be the staple food. So in Bengal, fish becomes a staple food. So it can be used as a part of, during the celebration, great food, right? Versus if you go to some other parts of India, it might be other things that are part of the dishes, actually. So that is like food, it becomes also a big part of celebration. There are rituals that we do. I think they're different across.
And of course, there's so many different faiths and religions too. So the Sikhs would have something, Hindu, right. Muslim, whatever.
Right. So there's different religions, Hindu, Muslim, Sikhs, there's Parsis, we call it, everything, right? But all of them, I think everyone is bonded with one thread, which is India, right? And then all of them will celebrate the Jan 26th, which is a Republic Day, and August 15th, all of them will have sing the same national anthem. So all of us are bonded with the same tricolor flag, right? And then all of them, I call it bleed blue.
Deep, I know you're from around Bangalore and Karnataka, right? Shaker, where's your heritage from? What
from state of Maharashtra, and I'm closer to Mumbai.
Okay. So our non-Indian visitors would know Bangalore and Mumbai.
Right.
They may not know the states, but that. Okay. So Deepa, in general, I think when you hear an Independence Day, sounds like it's the biggest thing, independence. But in reality, for the Indian community, Republic Day is probably a bigger thing. Can you tell us why and what story is there?
Yeah, sure. So January 26th is celebrated as Republic Day. And this marks the day when the Constitution of India came into effect. And on this day in 1950, India adopted its constitution and became a sovereign, socialist, secular, and democratic republic. So this replaced the Government of India Act of 1935 as the governing document of the country, granting power to the people and establishing the principles of justice, equality, and fundamental rights to Indian citizens.
So, Shaker, how would in India, we've talked about the different regions celebrating different ways. How was Republic Day be celebrated here in Cleveland and Northeast Ohio?
Yep. So in Cleveland specifically, the Republic Day, given the weather where we are, right? So given the weather we are, snow, cold, so we are bound to celebrate indoors, right? Just because of the weather and everything. But the way we are celebrating is we are asking all Indians to come together under one roof in a Lotus banquet hall, right? We will be, everyone is wearing some or the other form of tricolors like orange, white, or green costumes, or not costumes, but outfits, right? And then we will be celebrating by definitely doing our national anthem, right? Praising India at that time, talking about key achievements, key improvements that India has made over the last 75 years, right? The milestones. And then we all have been part of India. So we all have lived different aspects of India. So bringing some memories back. What was it 50 years ago? What was it 30 years ago? What was it 20 years ago? Right? For the young generation. So showing a slideshow of India through the lens of the last 75 years, right? Brings us nostalgic. I mean, there's a lot of nostalgia there. And then definitely celebrating with great Indian food will be prepared by Lotus Banquet Hall. So I think that's where I think our celebration will be. And then,
I've been
also, I want to bring another point here. So Republic Day in India is celebrated by giving awards. So evening of Republic Day, we have the award ceremony where they give awards like Bharat Ratna is the epitome of awards. So on Republic Day, they give the President of India gives Padma Shri, Padma Vibhushan, and another one is Padma Bhushan. These three awards. So FICA also, like on Republic Day, we give awards to high achievers of Indian community in Cleveland.
Good.
That's one of the things. I've been to a lot of FICA's Republic Day celebrations in the past, and one thing that always impressed me with the awards was a lot of ethnic communities have difficulty in attracting the interest of young people. And it seems like the Indian community has done that really well. There's always a lot of participation, and the awards show that, what they're doing and achieving and all. How do you get those young people interested in the culture?
I mean, one of the way we are actually we are seeking nominations for the young high school achievement, the kids in the high school, middle school who have done extraordinary in academic, in sports, in any other fields, right? So we are seeking nominations. So that brings them closer to Indian culture. Second is, we are also, for this time, we are seeking, there's an essay writing competition. There are 3 topics that we have given. So kids to write essays on, and then we're going to pick the winners through the essays. So that's one of the ways actually we're trying to engage the young generation, at least from the Republic Day standpoint, to be part of the Republic Day celebration.
And also there will be cultural programs where we encourage kids to participate and get to know India's rich culture and heritage.
True. Yeah.
Now, first of all, where can people find more information on the event? It's actually February 3rd, not on January 26th. And also, do you have to be Indian to attend or Indian heritage?
So you don't have to be Indian or Indian heritage to attend. It's open for all of us, everyone, to be part of the celebration. So it's open for everyone. And then FICAcleveland.org, the website FICAcleveland.org, you will find all the information there regarding the program.
Well, this is exciting. Like I said, I've been to a lot of Republic Day ceremonies and the cultural programs and the celebrations, and it's a lot of fun. And of course, the food is great too. So I'm looking forward to this one. I have to find some orange, white, or green clothes to wear, but and hopefully the weather holds out. But so today we've heard from Shekhar Ganor, the new president of FICA, and Deepa Rao, who's actually CleanPeople.com ambassador to the Indian community and editor of their fine magazine, The Lotus, telling us more about Republic Day. So we will see you soon at the celebration, I hope.
Thanks, Dan, for the opportunity.
Thanks, Dan, for the opportunity. Thank you.